Hello guys and welcome back to another Noobs guide. We are on the last 3 reveals for demonic packs, so League 6. So today Old School teamed up with Scritic to reveal all the echo bosses and their items. So we're just going to do a quick run through and then I'm going to link the full video in the description so you can watch it for yourselves. It is a very good video, but we'll start off with the video they posted on Twitter.
League 6 demonic packs with some brand new powerful rewards. In Varlamore, the Echo Amoxliatl drops the demonic double hitting Infernal Tech Paddle. For those who pick Korend, Echo Hespori drops the Nature's Recurve, a short bow capable of healing your hit points and restoring your prayer based on your damage dealt. For Tirinwin, you'll face the Echo Hunlif. The Crystal Blessing is back and even more powerful, buffing the Crystal Armor effect and applying its bonuses to all melee weapons and powered magic staves. In Kandarin, you'll find the Echo Thermonuclear Smoke Devil, which comes with 2 Echo items, the Devil's Element and the Shadow Flame Quadrant. This combination of Echo items make elemental magic incredibly powerful and versatile. Fremennik sees the return of the Echo Dagonoth Kings, and a new item, V's Helm, counting as an imbued Slayer helmet and a neat passive effect that reduces damage and buffs special attacks. Cerberus is Asgarnia's Echo boss and has a chance to drop the Fang of the Hound, a fast-hitting one-handed dagger that has a chance on hit to cast the Flames of Cerberus. Deep in the wilderness, the Echo King Black Dragon has a chance to drop the King's Barrage, a dual crossbow that fires 2 bolts and freezes your target in place. Mauritania's Echo Grotesque Guardians hold the Lithic Scepter. Build stacks of Shatter on hit and unleash them to deal massive damage to your target and nearby enemies. And finally, in the desert, the Echo Cowfight Queen drops the Drygor Blowpipe, a fast-hitting range weapon loaded with darts that can apply a stacking burn effect to your target. Get your hands on these Echo items in League 6 demonic packs launching on April the 15th.
God damn. So some big reveals there. I imagine that this is going to switch up a lot of people's regions that they're going to pick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up all of what we know. So, as for all of these, you've got the Varlamore, which is the Tech Paddles, the Asgarnia Fang of the Hound, the Kandarin Devil's Element and Shadow Flame Quadrant. Korend is Nature's Recurve. Fremennik is V's Helm. Wilderness being King's Barrage. Mauritania being the Lithic Scepter. Desert being the Drygor Blowpipe. And Tirinwin being the Crystal Blessing. Damn, there's a lot to it. So the Maxiol boss can be found in... that's in Varlamore, alright. The only ones that really require Slayer, I think, is going to be the Kandarin one, which you have to have 93 Slayer for. So that's kind of late in the game, to be honest. And same with the Grotesque Guardians. So that could be an interesting one to try and farm. The rest of them, you don't really need a task. You can go get them whenever. But let's dive into each one, and we'll go from there. So we'll start with the... oh, I accidentally clicked the... I didn't mean to do that. There we go. The Infernal Tech Paddle is a 2-handed weapon, so it's going to do that like double hit thing. It will hit twice when attacking. The Infernal Tech Paddle also has 10% Demon Bane, providing increased accuracy and damage against demons. Nice, okay. I mean, it's got pretty decent stats. Oh, -1 prayer. Oh, interesting. The special attack costs 50% energy and hits 4 times in quick succession with 25% increased max hit and accuracy. Damage is split depending on which hits pass accuracy. So it's a 1 in 30. That's not too bad. That should be a pretty... that's a good starter one at least. Alright, Fang of the Hound. Every hit with the Fang of the Hound has a 5% chance to cast Flames of Cerberus at the target. The Flames of Cerberus is a fire elemental spell with a base max hit of 10, which can be increased with elemental weakness and magic strength. When the effect is triggered, the magic damage is dealt without needing to pass a second accuracy check. The effect also benefits from the packs and a creature's elemental fire weakness. Okay, okay. So 1 in 25, so that's not too bad. Special attack costs 50% energy and performs an instant hit with a guaranteed chance to cast the Flames of Cerberus. Alright, next one. Oh, this is the one with the double, isn't it? Devil's Element. So this is a one from before that they've retweaked tweaked, I guess. The Devil's Element has a passive effect that adds a 30% elemental weakness against all elements in addition to any existing weaknesses. Damn, that's going to stack up. So it's just like a passive offhand. It was in Gridmaster and Raging Echoes. There's not really much else to say about that one, unfortunately. It's just going to stack the elemental bonus that you'll get from the Shadow Flame Quadrant. So when using elemental spells on the standard spellbook with the quadrant equipped, and an additional spell attack, will be fired, dealing 40% of the damage of the first attack. When attacking a monster with an elemental weakness, this weapon will always use the spell which the target is weakest. This effect will still respect which spell you have chosen to cast in regards to demonic packs that trigger when casting a certain elemental spell. However, it rolls accuracy and damage based on the element the target is weakest to. For example, against a target with 20% earth weakness and 30% air weakness, a player can cast earth spells at the target as if it had had a 30% earth weakness. The staff acts as an infinite source of air, water, earth, and fire runes, and the quadrant can auto-cast spells from all spellbooks. Honestly, I might go for that. My regions are kind of changing up. I'm thinking Kandarin may actually be more valuable despite having less to do. I might take Kandarin over Asgarnia because this thing works like the Twin Flame Staff, basically. So, core end, we have the Nature's Recurve. Upon a successful hit with Nature's Recurve, there is a 50% chance that the player's hit points and prayer points are restored by 10% of the damage dealt rounded up. This passive cannot heal you above 99 even if you have unlocked overhealing. The bow can shoot all arrows. It's a 1 in 15. That's a pretty easy one to get, I guess. You got V's Helm. Obtained from the Dagon of Kings. When hit directly with 1 or more damage, the helmet provides a 5% chance to reduce that damage to 0. When this effect triggers, the player's next special attack within 60 seconds will cost no special energy. This effect has no cooldown, but it cannot be stacked. In other words, if you have not yet used a special attack since the effect activated, the second activation is lost. And it counts as a imbued Slayer Helm. And it's a 1 in 25. Not bad, not bad. Alright, King's Barrage. This is one that I think I will go for. The crossbow always shoots 2 bolts at once. The first bolt counts as a crossbow attack, while the other counts as an ice attack, which will always freeze the current target in place for 24 ticks. The freeze effect can be toggled on and off with the weapon. King's Barrage deals full damage to the corporeal beast. Nice. And that's a 1 in 25 too. I think I will be taking that. Lithic Scepter. I might do a range mage hybrid. Lithic Scepter is a one-handed magic-powered scepter that can be obtained from the Echo Grotesque Guardians. It is charged with earth and body runes. Damn, okay. The scepter gains up to 14 stacks of shatter every hit that lands on an enemy. The shatter stacks can be consumed with a special attack dealing large damage. And that is also a typeless damage, so they can't pray against it. It consumes 5 stacks of shatter to deal 130% of max hit as a magic damage and up to 65 as typeless damage to 12 enemies within 3 tiles. Holy shit. Stack them all up and get them. And it will work with a Crystal Blessing. Nice. Okay. Okay. Alright. So then we have the Drygore Blowpipe. Same as before. Basically a machine gun. Has a similar effect to the Osmington's Fang. Has a passive effect which provides 2 independent accuracy rolls. If either is higher than the opponent's original defense roll, the attack is successful. Unlike the Toxic Blowpipe, the Drygore Blowpipe does not have a range requirement to wield, although it still inherits the reduced attack speed in PvP. Okay. And it gets darts. Is this one that causes burning? I don't see that in the... Maybe it's just fast, I guess. Anyway, and then we have the Crystal Blessing to round it out. Just boosts basically everything and makes everything act well with the crystal armor. 20% magic bonus, 2% magic damage. And that's a 1 in 15 too, so that's not too bad. So that is all of the Echo items today. I will link the video down in the description along with any other tools. I hope you have a great day, and I bet you can't wait to jump into leagues with me. So I will catch you in the next one. See ya.